In our last lecture, we discussed about the Lorentz forces and the special cases. Now we will continue the same lecture and see how we will use this in a velocity selector. Last time we are discussing this case and we are saying that the electric field is along the y-axis, charged particle is moving along the x-axis with the velocity v, and the magnetic field is along the z-axis. The electric, magnetic and the velocity all are mutually perpendicular. Now the electric force, we are assuming that if there is only the electric force, then the electric force which is acting on the charged particle is given as QE. As it is along the y direction, so it is written here G. Magnetic force, as the particle is moving with the velocity v and B is a magnetic field and both are mutually perpendicular. The V is along the x-axis, so is a I cap. B magnetic field is along the z-axis, so K cap. Now I cross K is G and QVB sine theta, and the angle between the velocity and the magnetic field is 90 degree, as it is already given they are mutually perpendicular. And the value of the sine 90 is 1, so it is QVBG. Now, these forces are used in a velocity selector. Let me first tell you what is a velocity selector. Velocity selector is an arrangement of crossed, means mutually perpendicular, crossed electric and magnetic fields, which helps us to select from a beam of charged particles of the given velocity, irrespective of their charge and mass. Means irrespective of the charge and mass, we are getting the particles of a particular velocity by using a perpendicular electric and the magnetic fields. Now, you will understand this thing, that the electric and the magnetic forces are perpendicular to each other and they are acting in the opposite directions. The electric force is along the positive y direction and the magnetic force is along the negative x direction, negative y direction, right? Now, net force is Fe plus Fm, as they are in opposite direction, so we subtract the two forces. Now, net force is 0 when the electric and magnetic forces are equal. So this will be the condition, and velocity is now C. Velocity depends only on the magnitude of the electric field and the magnetic field. So by using this condition, by applying the perpendicular electric and the magnetic field, we are able to select the particles of the particular velocity from a beam, irrespective of their charge and mass. Now, the questions: the charged particle moves perpendicular to the magnetic field. Find out the kinetic, what is the effect of this on the kinetic energy and the momentum. Now here the word is perpendicular. As the particle velocity and the magnetic fields are perpendicular, so the force is perpendicular, is also acting in a perpendicular direction, and the work done by the magnetic force is 0, as the angle between the velocity and the force is 90 degree. Since the angle is 90 degrees, so the work done is 0. As the work done is 0, so the magnetic force only changes the direction of motion, that is the velocity, not the speed. So there is no change in the kinetic energy, but the momentum changes. Work done by the magnetic force is 0. Now the numerical. A proton enters a magnetic field of flux density 4 Tesla with a velocity of 2.5 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second at an angle of 30 degree with the direction of the field. Find the magnitude of force acting on the proton. Now, since we have to find out what? Force. And you know very well that is the formula of the force is BQV sine theta. Now see, is everything is in the question or not? Value of B, 4 Tesla. Value of charge, proton, and the proton has the same charge as the electron. It is positive, electron is negative. V given, theta given. So just put the value and get the answer. This should be the answer. Now, the force on a current carrying conductor placed in a uniform magnetic field. It is a uniform magnetic field as the lines are equidistant and parallel. It is a conductor which is placed in a magnetic field. Current I is flowing through this conductor and the axis of the conductor making an angle theta with the direction of the magnetic field. Let this green portion is the part of this conductor and is of length dl. An electron which is moving with the velocity vt. It is an electron which is moving with the velocity vt. Now, the force experienced by the charge in a magnetic field is given by QVB. Here we are talking about the electron, so the charge is minus E. It is moving with its drift velocity, so in place of V, Vt. As the current is due to the motion of the electrons and the direction of current is opposite to this force, so the current is due to the motion of the whole electrons, total charge moving in one direction. If N is a number density means number of electrons per unit volume, and A is the area of cross section of the conductor. This is the area of cross section. Then number of electrons in the element dl in this green portion. In this green portion, its length is dl, its area is A, its volume is A into dl. And N is the number density, number of electrons per unit volume. So in this volume, total number of electron is NaDl. Now, force experienced by all the electrons in a current element dl. It is for the current element, that green color element, it is the charge, number of electrons in the element dl. Number of electron multiplied by the charge gives the total charge. And it is Vd cross B. The Q, total charge, velocity into magnetic field for the green color element. Now dF is equal to this way. Now for this expression, either you can take it as कि Vd को बाहर ले आए और dl अंदर, or otherwise you know that drift velocity is equal to dl upon dt. Now in place of Vd put dl by dt. So the expression df is equal to Na dl upon dt into E into dl cross B. This dl by dt is Vd and A drift velocity dl cross B. So see, you can write it directly in this way. Now, this is, you have studied in the current electricity chapter that the current is equal to NeAVd. NeAVd. Yes. So here it is I. The total force is obtained by integrating this for the complete length of the conductor. Right? Put the value of dF. Just put this value. When we integrate it, this can be written as I B is integrating dl cross B. As it is for the complete length, so this can be written in this way. Direction of the force is given by the Fleming's left hand rule. Thank you and have a nice